everyone, last story for today. I had to do a story video on this book. It's called Little People Big Dreams and it's Mary Anning. There are lots of books in this series. They take one person from history who's done something special or done something brave or achieved something, and they tell us about the life of that person. So I would say it's an information book. But the way they do it is kind of in a story way. And when I read this to Willow class, I wonder if you can remember, children, you were really interested in Mary Anning because of obviously the dinosaurs, but you took a big gasp at one of the bits. So I will pause on that bit to mention that. So it's Mary Anning today. Let's find out all about her. Oh, we've got some clues already. I love the end pages of books. They always give you a clue. And these look like fossils and bones to me. Dinosaur bones. Okay. Mary Anning. Little Mary was the 10th child of the Annings, a family who lived in a small town on the south coast of England. She was just a baby when a flash of lightning struck an oak tree above her. Miraculously, Mary survived. Mary's parents were very poor, and from an early age she was happy to lend a helping hand. She joined her father on dangerous walks to the cliffs, looking for shells and bones. One looked like a crocodile's tooth. Back home, she spent hours cleaning her treasures, hoping to sell some to tourists who visited her town. Soon everybody knew where to find little Mary, selling seashells by the seashore. We learnt that tongue twister, didn't we? I wonder if you can remember it. Shall I try? Right. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. So if she sells seashells by the seashore, the shells she sells are seashore shells. I think that's how it goes. That's really hard to do, isn't it? So that rhyme was invented about Mary Anning, who used to find the fossils and dinosaur bones. She'd clean them and then she would sell them. Mary only went to school on Sundays, but it gave her the confidence to learn how to read and write. One day, after buying one of her curiosities, a wealthy lady gave her a book that blew her mind. Look, if you can see, it says the Book of Fossils. So she's going to find out lots of information now about dinosaurs. It turned out that the tooth she had found was not from a crocodile, but from an animal that had roamed the earth millions of years before. This tooth was now a fossil, and hunting for them became Mary's greatest passion. When her father became ill, Mary didn't give up. She continued to hunt for fossils and support her family. Her dog Trey was always by her side, and they made a perfect team. He loved bones too, I'm sure he did. One morning she was at the beach with her brother Joseph when she spotted something in the rocks. It was a skull bigger than Mary. She thought more might be hidden in the sand, and she started digging day after day. So she's become a paleontologist, hasn't she? Mary had discovered the first complete skeleton of a creature that lived in the time of the dinosaurs, like an Ichthyosaurus. And I know someone in our class went to the Natural History Museum. You can see this Ichthyosaurus there. It is still there today. A collector gave her £23 for it, which was more than enough money to buy a whole month of food for her family. The skeleton was a type of marine reptile called Ichthyosaurus, and it ended up on display at the British Museum. So yeah, it's now at the Natural History Museum if you want to see it. Of course, Mary deserved to go to university, but at that time only wealthy men were allowed to do so. So that's why I'm pausing. So when I read that out, lots of you went, oh, and gasped and felt really upset for Mary. So university is a school after high school that you can go to. You normally choose one thing that you just really love and want to learn about. And obviously, Mary really wanted to go to learn about dinosaurs and fossils, but women weren't allowed to go in the past, a long, long time ago. But the good news is, even though we know that was very wrong for Mary Anning and for all those women, the good news is that lots of women and men fought for our rights, and women can go to university now. And I go to university still, don't I? I don't know if you remember, children, but I'm doing a course about books at university. And that makes me smile that even though Mary wasn't able to, nowadays lots of people can go because of the amazing learning and people standing up for us in the past. So yeah, let's carry on. So even though she couldn't go, she still read all she could about rocks and bones, taking notes on drawing every fossil she found. Lots of her drawings are still at the Natural History Museum today. Mary became a true fossil expert all by herself. She discovered the first plesiosaurus, and after she took a closer look at what scientists believed were rare stones, she realised they were, can you remember? They were dinosaur poo, which might sound horrible, and I suppose it is horrible, but you learn a lot, or scientists have learned a lot from looking at the poo of animals and dinosaurs. It tells us what they ate. She was always happy to share her knowledge with scientists who visited her, asking for advice. Sadly, some weren't very gentlemanlike. Many books were written using her discoveries, but no one ever mentioned her name. So this makes me cross as well. But nowadays, this has been put right. And in Lyme Regis, there's even a beautiful statue of Mary Anning where people put flowers in it to her to say thank you for all of her discoveries. And there are lots of books written about Mary Anning now. It took almost a lifetime for the Geological Society of London to acknowledge Mary's contributions and offer her membership. Little did she know that one day a new species of ichthyosaur would be named after her. Wow, so she's now got a dinosaur named after her. And little Mary, the mother of paleontology, left us a piece of advice as valuable as her discoveries. Sometimes people won't recognise your achievements, but don't worry, time will place them where they belong. Isn't that beautiful? And in these books as well, they always finish with a bit more information and a timeline. There's the skull that she found. There's the Ichthyosaurus. And this is a painting of Mary Anning and her dog as well. So, and then also these books are so cool because at the back you get all of the other ones about all of the other amazing people through history. So Mary Anning, we absolutely love her, and we will keep saying her name loud and proud. Because of her, we know so much about dinosaurs.